Hey, hello and welcome to the show. It's me, John Park. I'm back. It is time for JP's product pick of the week, and here we are in glorious Grayscale. A big hint to today's product and the theme that I'm sticking with. So yeah, I was out last week. I was in New York. Got to head over to Adafruit, check out the factory, the new space, hang out with Phil and Lamore, and be very, very hot. It was hot there. It was hot and humid there. But I'm not complaining. It was terrific. It's New York. Enjoyed the heck out of it. And now I'm back. Here I am in surprisingly cooler, sunny, but cooler Southern California. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for heading over to our chats. We have YouTube chat over here, and I want to say hi to Burton R. and Justin Kovacic, 5897, Beata Graf Abdelhagen. Hello, thanks for stopping by. That's right, don't adjust your television sets. They're probably working fine. It's just my camera mostly that's in gray. We also, if you are somewhere that doesn't seem to have a chat, we encourage you to head over to our Discord server, and that's at adafruit.it/discord. That'll give you an instant invite into our server, and then you'll want to look for that channel right there. That's the live broadcast chat channel. And over there, who's here? Thin Man, hello. Paul Cutler, howdy. Starman, C. Grover, thanks for jumping into the chats. Joining us over on YouTube also, Sam J9203, hello. Hey, howdy. So let me get those out of the way there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you to head over to this URL right here, or this QR code, because this very show is broadcast from inside the product page. That's the product page right there in my noir pick of the week. Head on over there. You can watch the show from inside of there, and you'll see that this week's product pick has a big discount, 50% off. Great price for this product. You can, let's see, we have them in stock. Yeah, we have a bunch of these. I think we had well over 100 of these, so you can go and pick up a few if it's something you're into. There are a maximum of 10 per customer, and we don't do any rain checks or back orders or coupon codes. It's just priced at this price during the show. So get it before the end of the show or a few minutes grace period after, and once this show is over, the price goes back up. But it's still a cool product, so if you're seeing this later, please check it out anyway. Okay, so this is one going back just a little ways, far enough back that we do have a new video for it. So I'm going to have Lady A to take it away.
You got some eInk displays.
Yeah, this is a new eInk. This is a Grayscale eInk, which is cool. So shown here, this is a picture of Phil. This is a picture of Adabot. And what's interesting about this display is, yeah, it can do partial updates, but it can also do Grayscale by kind of hacking the display lookup table. This is, it's officially sanctioned way to do it. You can turn what is normally a monochrome display to show four levels of darkness. So like the white background color, the light gray, dark gray, and then black. So you can also use it in monochrome mode, but the fact that it's Grayscale I think is pretty cool. And it's available as a FewatherWing. So you just plug in any feather you like. It comes with 3 buttons, so that's kind of nice. You can make little user interfaces. It has an SD card, it has a reset button. It has built-in SRAM, so even if you're using something as simple as a Feather 32U4 or a Feather 328, you don't have enough RAM for the entire display, that's okay. The onboard SRAM acts as a buffer for you. And it's part of our Think Ink series. So this is a 2.9-inch EPD display. It's about like 300 by 130 pixels. And guide coming soon, but this is a pretty cool display. I like it. I like the Grayscale.
Am I back? Yeah, all right. So that right there, in fact, let me throw up some photos because there we go. That'll make it a little easier to see. That right there, that is the product pick of the week this week. It is the 2.9-inch Grayscale eInk FewatherWing. It's using the SSD1680 driver chip, and it is 296 by 128 pixels. So this can do, as Lady has said, 4 levels of gray. You can do the white, a lighter gray, a darker gray, and black. You can also just do monochrome stuff with it, as usual. And the nice thing about this one is you just plug a feather right into the underside of it. Here I've got a, what is this one? A Feather RP2350. So this has the feather pin out. Those are pre-soldered. You don't have to do any soldering of that. You just have to have a feather with some header pins on it, and plug it in and program it. We've got code for Arduino, and we've got code for CircuitPython to make it easy to get going. So there you can see I've just plugged my feather into the bottom there. And here are a couple other photos that you can take a look at. See that a little better there. This has a few nice features on it besides this terrific display. We have an SD card reader on there, so you can grab assets off of there if you want to put BMP images on there, for example. There are 3 user buttons across the top, so you can see them there in the image. Oh gosh, I've gone, there we go. I've gone focus problem. You can see we've got ABC buttons there on the bottom. I'm gonna do my little trick. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this camera off and remove the lens. Reattach the lens, turn it on, see if we can convince it to get back in focus there. Look, it's me, and I'm in focus. Yay. So let's take a look at the product page for this. Let me head over to, where do I have it? I thought I had a button for this. There it is. So there's product page. So you can see this is product 4777. Normally this is $22.50. We have it on sale for $11.25, and you can take a little scroll down here to see some of the particulars about it. This is, like I said, 2.9-inch Grayscale e-ink display, 296 by 128 pixels, SSD 1680 chipset on it. That's an update. There used to be a different chipset for this one. There's onboard SRAM, so you can load your image right onto the SRAM of the FewatherWing if you need to leave that space free on your feather, if it's a lower RAM feather. There's the SD card reader, 3 user buttons on there. This uses SPI, so there are some pre-designated pins, and all of our example code has that set up so that you don't have to really think too much about it. But it is using SPI pins on the feather to communicate, so it's nice and fast. And if you take a scroll down here, you'll get to a link to the primary learn guide. So that's it right there. This covers a few of the different 2.9-inch e-ink breakouts in FewatherWing. So you'll see there's a color one shown there, but as you scroll down, you'll see this one, the one we're using, which is this Grayscale 2.9-inch e-paper display, EPD. You'll see that phrase. And that is actually the name of the library you probably want to use inside of CircuitPython. It's Adafruit_EPD. And that will allow you to communicate easily in CircuitPython with this particular board. There's some wiring setup, etc. You can ignore the wiring for the most part if you're just plugging a feather into there. And then we have CircuitPython Grayscale usage. This will take you through. I just posted this updated example code here, or just linked to it. Mikey Sklar worked on this, so this is a nice example you can use. I'll show you. Maybe I'll show you that example after we do one that I made special for this yesterday. And then there's some additional info here, some images you can use to sort of display, make sure everything's working for you. There is as I said, an Arduino setup, and also a whippersnapper. I didn't realize this actually. I hadn't used this, but there's a whippersnapper set up for this too. I think you can display text on there from your offline or your sensors on there to show up on the display. So yeah, go check that out if you want to use this with whippersnapper. That sounds really cool. So let me go to the down shooter here, and I'm actually going to turn on a small light that I have on here because that'll make it look its best there. So there you can see I've got some text on there. I've got 4 levels of gray. I do have my feather plugged in, and you can see it's not plugged into power, so this is like most e-ink displays that you're used to. It's persistent, so even without power, it's going to show that image. What I'm going to do is plug in USB power on my Feather, and it's going to load up a BMP image here I made of a Batmobile from Batman the Animated Series, the best Batmobile. So you can see there, this is the 4 different grays. Let me get something to point with here. So you can see this is the black in the shadow here. There's the white. There's the lighter gray inside the hub and on the hood here, and this is the darker gray across the top of the Batmobile there, which is pretty cool. So this is essentially posterized. The image has been posterized to 4 colors, but I also wanted to try using the combination of dithering patterns and the 4 levels of gray that we have here. So I'm going to press the B button here, and it's going to swap this out for a different image I prepared. And here you can see kind of a different look, but this is pretty neat because this is not just a 1-bit or 2-color black and white dither. This is actually getting quite a lot of curvature and shading to this design because we're able to use all 4 of those grays as well as a dither pattern. So I think it's a really neat look, just a different look, just depends on your needs. And go back to the 4-color, flat 4-color version here. I think also does a really nice job and is a little bit more like a cell-shaded cartoon. If I press the A button there, we'll switch over to a demo of just the 4 color bars. So there's your black, gray, light gray, and white. As Lady Ada said, this is a bit of a hack. So to be able to get these colors, we do introduce a little bit of graininess into this light gray. It's not as smooth as it was on the previous chip, but that chip is no longer available. So this is the best we got. And yeah, the last one you saw already, which was my just straight text demo. So let's see. Brent mentioned in the chat, hey Brent, over in the YouTube chat, actually I can bring that up, the Whippersnapper usage is going to get an overhaul by the fall for e-paper displays. Very cool. Oh yeah, so top secret project Brent's been working on with this. Can't wait to see that, Brent. Thank you. So let me go back to my Batmobile here because that's my favorite. And now actually let's take a look at, I'm just going to drop in the example demo code here. So let's go back to this IDE view, take that out of the way there. And if I can find my good friend Zed here, hey Zed, I'm going to just copy that into the open file on there and save this. So we should see, let me open up a screen here. In case it has any messages for us. So yeah, this is the example code for the library, and this is a pretty recent release. I think you need to grab the library directly from GitHub. It has not pushed yet to the bundle. So I grabbed that library file, threw that up there, and this is the example code. So you can see here, for this to work, we have import of the EPD, as well as, which is the ePaper display library, as well as the EPD for SSD 1680. There is a specific class for this, which is called Wing Grayscale 4, very specific to the settings that work on this. There are the SPI pins that are being used on the Feather for this. Here is the display setup. So you can see here it is considered, I think it's natural orientation for this display is like that. So it's actually 128 wide by 296 high over SPI with those pins. And then we have the display rotation set to 3, which is what is allowing us to use it in a landscape mode, 270 degrees essentially. And then we're using the display fill to set the color to white using Adafruit EPD white. And then you can see as we're displaying the text and these boxes, we're using these other specific colors, EPD black, EPD dark, and there should be one down here with EPD light. So that's the ramp of colors that we're using here across the bottom. And then we simply display, refresh the display and show all of that on there. So this is standard eInk display stuff. I'll show you what the refresh looks like on this if we do a little change. Let's change this top here to monochrome. Actually, it's not monochrome. Let's change it to grayscale. Grayscale. Save that. There you can see init drawing the 4-gray info card. Refresh. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. So eInk displays, lots of fun. As again, you know, we can unplug the power from it. We can even unplug the feather from it entirely, and that's still going to maintain that for a good long time. So let's see, anything else I missed here? I'll double check the chats as well. Bertnar asks about the partial update. Do I have an example handy? I don't have a handy example of that working. And I haven't tried it on this one. I'm not sure if there's partial updates when you're in grayscale. It may only be when you're in monochrome mode that you can do partial updates of just the pixels that need to change, which makes these displays faster. Let's see, any other questions? Don't think so. Did I miss anything? There's a image there of it again for you. And your reminder, if you want to go pick it up, just go right there. Go to that site. It is product 4777. I believe we still have plenty in stock. We had over 100 to start with. So you can pick them up while the show is going, or like I said, a little grace period after the show is done. I think that's it. I don't have any other demos for this, but go and check out some of our other eInk demos for some ideas in the Learn Guides. There's plenty of them, and most of them that use the EPD library should work with this, just with some settings changes. How about we return to glorious full color? Why not? Hey, there I am. Is that cheating? Should I just be grayscale the whole time? Sure. That looks weird now. Phew. Okay. So that right there, that is my product pick of the week this week. It is the 2.9-inch grayscale eInk display FewatherWing 296 by 128 pixels using the SSD 1680 driver. For Adafruit Industries, I'm John Park. This has been JP's product pick of the week. Bye-bye.